Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and welcome to the first checkpoint of 2024. And is it just me or has January absolutely flown by? It feels like actually the other day that I was restarting college, I was finishing my checkpoint for December. It's really crazy. But as always, I hope you had a great month. Leave your checkpoints in the comments below. And yeah, we'll get started. The return to college has been bumpy, I would say, mostly because I went back so early. I went back on the 2nd of January, which, put me right back into the swing of things. It did mean that last week I wasn't able to get a video out just because I was really focusing on my work at college. They ran me with a load of exams all in 1 week, which wasn't great, but it also meant that, I couldn't make videos, which was fine. I just had to focus on doing well in those exams. And after getting them back, I'm happy with how I did. I'm happy that I spent the time, revising on the questions for the test rather than making YouTube videos. I know this is like my number one hobby, but I do also have to just keep in mind that I need to focus on the schoolwork. Thankfully, now that's over, I've got a couple of weeks of more regular learning, and yeah, I'm able to make some videos for you guys. So we've got the checkpoint now, and then I've got an exciting video coming up about multiplayer video games, and that'll be out probably in 3 or 4 days because I want to get that out not a week after this checkpoint. I want to give you guys fresh content, and I've basically got it edited. So yeah, the other reason I haven't been making as much content lately is because in the tail end of December and basically all of January, I watched all of Cobra Kai again. Probably won't surprise you considering I was watching a lot of Balin Levine recently, but yeah. All 5 seasons of Cobra Kai I watched in the span of 5 weeks maybe. And then I watched the original Karate Kid trilogy. 1's good, 2 is actually really good as well. 3 was, it's the 3rd movie, it's not going to be very good, but it was not bad. It was a fun time at least. And of course, although I don't do karate, I can channel the motivation from Daniel LaRusso into my boxing, which this month has been a great month for the boxing, and that's because I started doing some actual sparring. I can't remember if I'd done like 1 week at the end of December or if I've done it all in January. I really can't remember, but it feels like, every week since I've been going back, I've done some sparring, which has been great practice. First week, it was just against one of the coaches, super light. Second week, it was against someone actually my age, so that was good. I won that spar mostly because the guy hadn't been to very many boxing sessions, so, I should be winning that. And then, yeah, the last 2 weeks, I went up against a 7-round boxer last week in sparring. It's just great experience to go up against people who are so much better than you, because obviously everyone who goes to my boxing gym is really nice. They're not trying to kill me when we put on the headgear. And they're giving me pointers, showing me how to put my guard up, everything like that, because that's the biggest thing for me, I think, is having a strong guard whilst also focusing on the offense. Because often when I go into a fighting stance, I want to keep my guard lower so I can see as much as I can. I think I get scared when I can't see stuff, so the proper guard is to protect your whole face, but it kind of obstructs your view. So yeah, that's why I'm not a fan of it, even though I know it's sort of a necessary evil to do. So it's just about repetition, practice, getting into the habit of putting my guard up instantly. And I can see the improvement because it's mostly just it's like a sense that you're training when you're doing boxing, right? And sometimes I'll get flashes of where everything comes together. It's literally like a Karate Kid where he teaches the wax on, wax off, and then he gets him to use that. It's like I'm starting to have moments of that where someone will throw a jab and I actually know it's going to come, and then I can slip it and then I uppercut. I've been able to do that a few times against actually proper boxers, and then I get pummeled in the face straight after. But it's the good things that count. And so it's just, yeah, it's all about experience. So I'm very happy to keep going every single week. Last week I was in the worst of a cold going around. I think it's just that season, isn't it? It's winter still, so basically everyone at my college is ill, which isn't great. So I'm just sort of coming out of that today. I'd say I'm feeling pretty much back to normal, which is good. But it did mean that yeah, I was I was fighting a 7-round spar against someone whilst not feeling 100%. Other thing I've been doing apart from boxing is a lot of driving. Of course, I'm still doing my driving lessons. The lessons are going really well. What I'm struggling with now is transitioning over to my dad's car, because obviously after I've taken the test, I'm no longer going to be driving in the lady I'm learning in her car. I'm not going to be using her car anymore because she's not going to be with me every time I need to drive somewhere. I'm having to learn in my dad's car, it was going quite well. I couldn't really understand the handbrake all too properly, and so it was sort of stalling whenever I came to a stop. I still haven't fully worked out why it's stalling and why it sometimes goes just fine. But again, it's like boxing. It's just going to take practice, just feeling it out and working out where the sweet spot is on the car, because that was basically the same in the lady I'm learning with in her car. I'm becoming more used to that now, but it's all practice. So hopefully, I just have to keep going out there. Hopefully I will get the hang of it. I'd say the last other thing I've done this month is read a lot of a new manga I bought called Slam Dunk. I mean, come on, if you've heard of manga, you know what Slam Dunk is. It's a really cool basketball manga. It follows this huge, like 6'2" guy who basically knows nothing about basketball, but he gets into it. And I love those stories where it teaches it from like the novice's perspective, because I mean, going into it as well, I know practically nothing about basketball. As well as teaching the main character how to play basketball, is teaching the audience, is teaching me how to play basketball. In the UK, basketball isn't really a big thing. Of course, we did it a bit at school, but I'd say in the UK, the main sport by a country mile is football. So getting to learn about basketball through this manga has been really entertaining. And I've ordered a ton of new volumes, so yeah, I'm going to be getting into that. So yeah, I'd totally recommend Slam Dunk if you're a fan of basketball or manga or both. And that's sort of my recommendation for the month. I don't really have a YouTuber for this month because I actually wasn't watching a lot of YouTube. When I was having free time, I was watching Cobra Kai. So sorry I don't have a YouTuber to recommend you for this month. But yeah, my recommendations are watch Cobra Kai, watch the Karate Kid movies, and read Slam Dunk if you can. So with all that out of the way, let's quickly go into a few of your guys' checkpoints. Just want to say a big thank you for all the lovely comments on the last checkpoint. We had a ton of people saying Happy New Year. I hope you did have a brilliant start to 2024. I had a lot of people come into that checkpoint for the first time and saying it was their first time commenting, their first time watching my videos. So welcome and thank you so much. So let's start with a comment from Kaleido. And there we go. They just found my channel today. They really like it. And they love the vibe, which is perfect. That's exactly what I'm trying to go for. So I'm really happy you found this channel. They said they went to their grandparents for Christmas, and on their trip home, they ended up traveling for 17 hours instead of 3. Hope you had a great time with your grandparents for Christmas. That sounds pretty bad about the travel, but at least you made it home okay. They said they met a lot of new friends this year and had a lot of new experiences, which is great. I mean, last year, of course, I started college in September. So it's also been a time for me where I've met a lot of new people, made a lot of new friends, so that's great to hear that you're doing well as well. Next comment I'll read is from Zach-Cree9. They said it was their birthday on New Year's Eve. That's a crazy day to have a birthday, but happy birthday. And they said they can officially drive, which is great, just like me. Said they've got their theory test coming up, so I hope that went well. Obviously you'll have had it by now, so I really hope you passed and did well. Mine's in a couple of weeks too. I've got to knuckle down and get on that, but don't worry. Hopefully, yeah, by the end of the next checkpoint, I've done my theory test as well. Goodness. They said they're hoping to get into boxing in the new year too, so I hope in January you've been able to take some steps to get in towards that. Going around trying to find a local gym is probably the hardest bit, but once you do find that gym, when you find the time slot you can go to, it's just about staying consistent. I don't think I've missed a week since I signed up. Yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone there is really friendly. Everyone where I'm at is really friendly and helpful. So yeah, just find a nice gym that you enjoy, and I wish you the best of luck with getting into boxing. They also said they got their first set of A-level mock exams this month. I really hope those all went well. I don't know if you've done them all by now, but if you have, I'm praying that you get some great results that you're happy with. And yeah, thank you very much for watching as always. Final one I'll read is from Abby Brown, obviously a dedicated supporter of the channel, but they just encapsulated what quite a lot of people wrote. So I just wanted to shout this comment out. They said, "This year I found a community that is just like me, and I've been searching for one like you guys. Thanks for a great year, and here's to another 1,000. That's such a nice comment. I was just smiling when I read that so much. I'm really glad this channel has become a place where a lot of you can just come and literally leave comments on whatever you want, have a chat about anything. We talk about so many different topics here. The Checkpoint series is great because you can literally talk about anything you did in the month, and we get that from so many different comments. So I really appreciate everyone that comments. It's crazy how many people tune into these checkpoints, and I'm really thankful. On that note, I'll say thank you for 1,100 subscribers. That's another 100 towards the end goal, and I've got some big projects coming up. I've got some great videos that I can't wait to get out to you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.